I'm appreciative of everybody that helped me get where I am today. And I don't forget who helped me and who was here for me.
Welcome to Pushing Your Peers Podcast, the number one podcast in the region for living a progressive and happier life. On this episode, I'm joined by Wayne Gardiner, a talented private chef whose journey from humble beginnings in the Turks and Caicos Islands to the culinary world is nothing short of inspiring. Wayne shares his experiences training in the UK, the challenges of returning home, and why mentorship and presentations are key in the industry. Plus, we dive into his vision for the future and the legacy he's building through his craft. Sit back, relax, and let's get ready to push some peas. Wayne, welcome to Pushing Your Peers Podcast. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. I am excited because I am Team Big Back. As a matter of fact, I like to say I'm president of the Big Back Association. But I'm also a very active person too. Not only do I like to eat, I'm very active, But I want to talk about your journey into becoming a private chef. Where did that start?
So I first started off in the Little Chef program, hosted by the Turks and Caicos Hotel Association. So basically in school, I was a part of foods. And to be honest, I really never used to, be into cooking like that. But one project we had in school, and my teacher saw that I did well. She signed me up for the Little Chef program. There was the next guy in my class, Wilkins. We both got opportunity, and it was fun. The program was fun. I learned a lot of stuff, but I still wasn't interested at that point. Then I got an internship following year while I was in school. So I used to work at Grace Bay Club in the afternoons, just through the week every day. And then my parents sent me off to the UK, and that's where it all started. Being in the UK, it was crazy. It was hard, tough, but it's a lot of stuff I did to push you to say, all right, I want to be good. I want to get this done. I met a lot of people that influenced me. Over there, it's just different. You have fresh foods. You're dealing with fresh product every day.
Oh, wow.
And you would have people younger than you. You see people younger than you in the kitchen, and that pushed me to do better.
Wow. I mean, when you look at the UK and the Turks and Caicos and culinary development, what's the most noticeable difference between both of those countries?
Here, what I think we lack here, when I go to most of the restaurants and stuff here, I think presentation can be better. Being in the UK, we didn't ever really work on presentation, but it's a part of working in certain places. They take stuff like that seriously. I think a lot of places down here can work on presentation, pairing different things with different food. For example, I always tell people dill. Do you know the herb dill?
Never heard of it.
It's how do I explain it? But dill is, you can pair it with fish. It's mostly paired with fish, like thyme and rosemary that you can use for steak, chicken. I think a lot of people need to get educated on the basics. Because then you have people who just do whatever they want to do, slap whatever on the plate. But with me, having experience, I go to a lot of restaurants sometimes, and I hear a lot of hype about it, and I'm like, oh, I'd be
Yeah. It's because I guess it's because you know the language. A lot of people don't know the language of cooking. And so, I mean, it's one way, it's like videography. You can just pick up a camera and feel like, oh, I'm a videographer. No, there's a language that comes with shooting a video. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing you're saying now with cooking. You've learned how to speak like a chef. You've learned the language. And so when you go to these restaurants, it's like, y'all are really fluent in this. Yeah. But I mean, what was the biggest lesson coming, being in the UK? Like, what was a mind-opening experience that you had over there while you were over there learning?
So one of the restaurants that I worked, well, I worked in two different style of restaurant, like tapas, where you do like small plates. That was like actually my first actual real chef job, because I used to work at a hotel. It's like a little small branch in the UK, but they mainly did. So we used to heat food up out of boxes. That's like an after school job for me,
Okay.
and I got in a little issue one time where I got reported. I forgot to sweep behind a bench. My coworker reported me, and then they questioned me. Like, you get in trouble for stuff like that. They questioned me, and they was like, um, what do you want to do?" I was being honest. I just told them I want to do fine dining. And next day I came to work, they fired me. And a couple weeks after that, I did like this thing online with an agency, and I had a job. That's why I got into the tapas place, and that was a game changer. The first week, I ended up getting at least one. Like, that's how hard we were working. I did like
Wow.
16 hour shifts over there. So get to work for 8:30. I going home like 1 a.m. Reaching home
But
at
what
one
were you
a.m.
doing over there?
So I started on the fryer station. So we had like three sections: the Jasper, which is like a big grilled charcoal. You fill out with charcoal. You had the fryer section, and then you had the pans. So like pans would do like anything with, like, say, like, for example, risotto, like pig cheeks and stuff like that. And then the Jasper just do straight grilling. And then fryer section, I just straight do fried foods. So I did that for a year, but I still wanted to go into fine dining, so I found the best restaurant in Manchester at that time. I told my chef I wanted to leave and go there, and he put in a word for me, and I got in there. That's when I actually
Oh.
like saw real stuff. Like, we got in like live crabs, whole pigs, and the biggest thing I'd say I learned over there is being patient, attention to detail, and the fine dining stuff. You learn that you have to be patient, take your time. Like, if you do something wrong, chef's gonna make you do it over. And
Oh,
I
wow.
in the kitchen, I always say, like, you can't take stuff personal. If your chef talks bad to you or anything, like, at the end of service, everybody gonna just laugh, have a laugh and whatnot. I feel like down here in the kitchens that I worked in since I've been back home, only one, like in Seven Stars, and I worked with a private chef company here as well. But certain people can't take when someone is trying to correct them, or, you know,
Mm.
you have to
Yeah.
be, you can't get offended when it comes to like someone trying to show you something, or anger's flaring up. Like, just gotta let it be.
I mean, I've watched a few of those cooking shows, man. Those shots really be
Yeah.
I think out of pocket, but I get what you're saying too, because I guess, there's an expectation when it comes to eating at a certain restaurant. It's like, okay, my name is on the line, and y'all
Yeah.
need to perform.
Yeah, well, I had one incident one time where, so like, we had an exec chef, and then we had a head chef who was there when he was in charge. So the head chef showed me something one time, right? And and then the exec chef was there one night, and, well, both of them was there, and he told me to do it. So I did it the way the head chef showed me. Man, my exec chef like went ballistic on me. He was like, if you send that out there, you could walk up my restaurant tonight. I was like, what? He was like, who showed you how to do that? I didn't throw him under the bus. I just didn't say anything. I say nobody. But at the same time, I was looking at the head chef and shaking my head inside, like, this dude set me up. But man, like, I miss the UK just for working, but I just didn't like living there. That was my only issue, living there. But I
Right.
love the food scene over there. I wish I got to do more. Like, I wanted to go to, before I was trying to come back home, I was trying to go to China. My dream still is to at least get some
Why?
experience in a Michelin star restaurant.
Why China? And what is a Michelin style restaurant? What tell me about those two things.
So you have the Michelin guide,
With
which probably
Michelin,
pardon?
what's it called? Michelin, like what's
The
the
Michelin.
Michelin?
Yeah, so you have the Michelin guide, which probably I would say maybe the highest ranking of restaurants in the world. So you get up to, I think you can get up to four. It's either 3 or 4 stars, Michelin stars. The
Okay.
toppest restaurant that I was working at, we had a Michelin bib gourmet. So that's like you serve like nice food and stuff like that. The restaurant that I was working, we were trying to go for a star, but always end up falling short. I'm not sure if they have a stars yet. The chef's still trying.
Right?
Yeah, but a Michelin restaurant is like very serious. So they start you from like a commie chef, you move your way up, chef de party. Like over there, it's not easy to get a position. Like if you don't have the experience, you won't get the position that you want. You have to work your way up, and that's gonna take a while. I have friends that worked in Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, worked for famous chefs. I met a lot of people while I was over there. It was really nice.
So I believe you. And so you lived in the UK, you got all this experience, and you came back home. And tell me about that transition. Moving back to Turks and Caicos with all this experience. What was the initial first few years like?
First few years was just getting adjusted to different food scenery because over here is more laid back. Like over there, I was just pushing, pushing, pushing. Move back home, more laid back. Go to work probably. I started my job at 3. It was it was nothing close. Like the
I think
food was different. Then when I left Seven Stars, so I worked at Seven Stars for 1 year. Left Seven Stars. Isaiah Gardiner has a private chef company called Crave TCI, so I did a year with them. And I'm always appreciative of people that help me, like regardless of what it is or what it may be. Like I'm appreciative of everybody that helped me get where I am today, and I don't forget who helped me and who was here for me. Especially my parents, family, friends, my fiance. Like a lot of people, I have a big support system.
amazing, man. Shout out to your support system and the people who paved the way for you to be where you are today. And I want you to now talk about that. Your personal business. Why did you decide to become a private chef and start your own company?
So when it started off when I was in the UK, I don't think I give them too much credit for this, but my parents, they used to be like, when I was in the UK, they'd be like, man, we seeing a lot of people coming here. These people breaking out with private chef business, they was like, we think you should come home and try get into that business. So actually, my parents actually pushed me and told me about the opportunity. I came home. I have some friends. They're from New York. They have like a house here. They would bring some people, sometimes like family members, and I started doing stuff with them. So they would be like, "Oh, come make an extra few bucks before work," and I would have went and still go in Seven Stars and work. I've met a lot of nice people like doing this, celebrities, you name it. Like
I believe you, man. I believe you. But then, tell me about your business.
so
How did the name come about? All these things.
the six private chef and catering. I actually was looking at area code 649. I was like,
Right? Yeah.
I want to be different and change it into the actual. So I was home. It was during COVID at that time. I didn't have a job for 9 months during COVID.
Wow, man.
and
It was tough for people in hospitality. Go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
I got my logo made. I went on Fiverr. Fiverr is a next place where people could go and get logos made, a website done. I went there and I got everything done, even though I didn't know how I was gonna start. But after that, that's when I started working. That same year, I started working for the private chef company. So my own stuff went on a hold for a year,
Oh
and
wow.
then I saw how much money they were making. So I was like, man, I'm local. I can do this too. So I just resigned. Told them I was leaving, not knowing how I was gonna get my first job or whatever. I started my business, and then it's been I can't complain, to be honest. Like, I managed to pay my bills,
Right.
provide for my family. I can't complain.
God is
There's a
good.
lot more that I want to do with my business. I have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish. Hopefully this year I stay focused, stay locked in, and try to improve my business, because I actually want to be a legit catering business, not just doing private chef. I want to do way more than just being a private chef. I
You
want
know
to
the
do events, the whole bunch.
the government has a program called MSME program. Have you ever looked into that?
Um, I looked into it, but not deep. I didn't like go too deep into to getting into it.
I know they have grants that ranges from 10,000 to 30,000. So I'm not sure what your goals are, but it's a pretty good initiative that they have going on. I know a lot of people are saying, we need more than 10,000, but hey, it's 10,000 you can
Yeah,
use.
it's something.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
it's good. I mean, they have a business support unit there as well. So for persons watching and also yourself, you also just go to the business support unit and just have that initial consultation and see if it's something that it aligns with you. And what I like about the MSME program, it's now more inclusive for any business. Back when it first started, it was like these reserved categories.
yeah,
Now it's much more inclusive. I see people with taxi services. I see agriculture. There's a whole array of persons now applying for the grant. So I would suggest that you also take an opportunity to. It's for you, bro. It's
yeah,
for Turks and Caicos Islands to take full advantage of. So why not do it? That's how I feel about it.
yeah.
Yeah, man. But I just want you to now talk about, again, your business, but you're talking about expanding. There might be an investor listening right now. Why should that investor invest inside of your company right now?
Um, I have personally, I have a lot of ideas that I don't want to say on camera, but
I don't want you to say it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a self-driven person. I'm really ambitious. Like I told you in the beginning, I'm a go-getter. I like to go after what I want, and I like to achieve things that I want. And I just want, now I'm in that mode where I have to push myself. I have a son now. I have
Oh,
a whole family. I
yeah.
gotta go hard and accomplish what I can for him, for my family.
Ah, man, congratulations.
Thank you.
Making your contribution. No, but I also want to talk about your legacy now. You talk about coming from a family of go-getters. Talk about the sacrifices you made being in the UK, the perseverance of enduring that environment, coming home, seeing gaps in the market, um, investing in your company. You're doing all of this. What's the end goal? What is your legacy, or what is the legacy that you want to leave in the culinary industry here in the Turks and Caicos Islands?
um, I want, so every year, I'll start saying this, every year I sponsor at least 3 kids to go into the Little Chef program. Um, this year I want to try and get like a nice culinary food nutrition trophy for the different schools are schools that I went to, like Clement Hall, or even all government schools, high schools. But in terms of legacy, I want the younger people after me to know that they can achieve what they want. Um, Being young, like I started at 24 when they started the six, working in the private chef uh, industry, and a lot of the older people, like there's more older people than younger people in this. I could probably name maybe three of us that's probably still in our 20s, and most of the older people have respect for you, but at the end of the day, it's a
Yeah.
dog eat dog world.
Uh,
You gotta push, and you have to actually show people that listen, I can stand tall on my own. Like, you know, I know what I want, but I want my company to be. I want it to be like something where it goes through my family because I have sisters behind me. One of my sisters studying culinary arts right now. One of my sisters bake. I want us to work together and carry on what I've started, even if they branch into their own thing. I also want to motivate like younger people behind me, just to like it's not no closed doors that you can actually make your own way. Cause like in the hotels, I'll be honest with you, in the hotels, they ain't giving no local the top position in the hotel here. When you actually look at it, bro, like it's crazy, but you can go to school, they'll start you off from probably a chef de party or whatever. But
Now, this is the second half of the show where you push your P. So, any word that begins with the letter P that has been transformational to your journey, it can be one word or two words, however many words you want to use. You now have a chance to push your peers.
I'd say staying positive or being positive. Like despite all fall what's going on, I still push and do what I have to do. You can't cry about it. Life
No.
goes on. Like you have to do what you have to do. Um, shouldn't give up. Like I just say, like my mom always say, you have to be aggressive. As a
Yes.
business owner, you have to be aggressive. I know a lot of business owners, successful business owners in Turks and Caicos, and when I see them, they are aggressive. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll say being positive. The that's what's on my head right now. Being positive. Hmm.
That's perfect, bro. Thank you so much for sharing that. Wayne, well, I just want to say it's been a pleasure having you on Pushing Your Peace. You've dropped so much gems on growth and personal development and also betting on yourself and also the struggles. And so I just want you to continue on your path. Um, Before you leave, though, there's usually a spin-off question that I do. So are you ready for the spin-off question?
Yeah.
Now you're a chef, right? And now this is controversial. Not really, but let's see. You make soup. Do
Mhm.
you drink soup or you eat soup?
I think you drink soup because it's liquid. It's liquid, but obviously it depends on what type of soup you're talking about. You got straight butternut squash soup where you just it's drinking basically. But if you have stuff like plantain and stuff like a fully loaded cake style soup, you have to eat what's in that soup. But I think it's liquid. So I'll go drink soup.
Soup. Okay. That's your answer. Ladies and gentlemen, free to share your views. Do you eat soup or do you drink soup? That's the question of the day for
what
pushing
what
your peers.
what would you say?
I
Eating or
think it's a
drinking?
combination of both, like
Yeah,
some soups you got like carrots and all these other things. So you chew and swallow. Yeah, it all depends on the soup.
yeah,
I do agree it's a soup, so you do expect to drink it, right?
yeah.
Right. So I would lean more on the drinking side, but then you chew at times. Yes, but Wayne, before you leave, young Wayne Gardiner, fresh out of high school, with the desires of becoming a master chef one day, one of the leading chefs in this country. What's your advice to him?
Hmm. My advice to my younger self, I'd probably say to work hard, save my money, invest in long term, like, so, especially for my business. I'd invest in getting things for my business, trying to get a spot for my business. Um, hmm,
Right.
I ain't really thought that one. You actually catch me off guard.
No, but I like the fact that you talked about financial literacy. You know,
Yeah, that's something I still work on myself. To be honest, like, everybody struggles as an entrepreneur. I go through a lot of struggles where I'm trying to, think what's the best thing for me to do, how to manage my money, because I don't have a job where I have a consistent income. As that, my business is not actually booming to the point where I say, okay, I got a job every day. I want to get to that point. I have goals. I want to get to that point, but still trying to manage my money. That's something this year I want to really, like, get into, manage money management for my business, for myself, investing in assets to grow my business.
like
I,
other,
I actually want to be a legit business person. I don't
yeah,
want people just to look at me as a chef,
like you want
I
to have a
actually,
portfolio.
yeah, I actually
Yeah.
want to be a successful business owner in the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Nah, man, you speak it from your lips to God's ears, man. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we ain't got no. He came on the show as a chef, but he's leaving Pushing Your Peas as a future serial entrepreneur. Uh, please go and support his business. Wayne, can you tell us how we can support your business?
So, um, I want to do a promotion just for locals. I have to come up with what I want to do, because a lot of people want to try my food, and I want to make it accessible for locals, affordable for locals to try my food. Um, I'll probably this year, I think I'll do a giveaway. Uh,
All
Probably a
right.
dinner for two, a romantic dinner for two. But I'll keep you in the loop, and I'll definitely let you guys know about that. But I
Awesome.
really want to start doing stuff for locals, so locals can get that experience. Not just I cooking for tourists. I want locals to get that experience. So booking a local private chef, getting a great meal, state of the art meal.
Right.
So
I I hope I win the raffle. I end up multiple tickets to get that one. So, but how can they contact you?
um my Instagram at 6cateringtci, or you could email me at info@6catering.com. Also, I have a phone number, 231-0979. You can shoot me a WhatsApp message. I'll send all my info off, and I give a discount to locals.
Awesome sauce. Ladies and gentlemen, we ain't got no. Thank you for tuning in to Pushing Your Pace, and we'll see you next week.